passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. He's got it. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in a touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
For the 2nd consecutive season, Tua is a starter and Miami is a team. Both have winning records, but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific. Only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions.
but he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
Tua now on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The Dolphins at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. To throw on second and 10. Tua. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bengals take over first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Mostert's got all the speed in the world, but injuries have kept him from being able to show that over a full season.
Now he finds himself competing for starting touches in Miami and hoping to get back to his 2019 form in San Francisco, where he topped 770 yards with 8 touchdowns.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Burrow will throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
As Jamar Chase picks up a first down here, how about a quick reflection on his debut as a rookie? Set a new rookie receiving record and the Bengals franchise record with 1,455 yards and was 3rd in the league in touchdowns. He became only the 2nd rookie receiver named All-Pro since 1998, joining former LSU teammate Justin Jefferson, who did it in 2020.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
To the air again, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd down and goal. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the gun, it's Tua. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. That's the tight end Hurst with it. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first one, a game in the NFL's International Series. The Minnesota Vikings taking on New Orleans. Set your alarms for that one, though. 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 a.m. Pacific. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the New England Patriots. And lastly, a great one to wrap up the first week of October. The Rams and 49ers in the NFC Championship game rematch from Levi's Stadium. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua
got his tight end. That's complete. That's Brown.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Another try after the first down sack.
Tua, throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
And now the yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This is 3rd and goal, still looking for the first points of the game. Tua going to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's good for Cincinnati Bengals.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow, but a clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got Higgins over the middle. Touchdown! T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 2 to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. He He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Cincinnati, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
It's week 5.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. We'll get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
To throw again on second down. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's the pickup of 6.
Wilson will throw again. Open man here is Conklin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Six yards left on second down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 40-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Now Hall to start the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And we are tied at 7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
That swung out to Mostert.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stump them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Jets will take over. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense.
Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And an update from up in Foxborough. The Patriots, they've opened a 2-touchdown advantage in that one.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
7 yards there and a first down. The Dolphins at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
These two teams all tied after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 40 now on second down.
Tua, open man is Waddle, complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On play action, here's Tua. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Once again, it's Mostert. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Sanders is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. On first down, Wilson completes it to Davis. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Decent gain on the scramble of 6. Now it's 4.
That was great when he first took that, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll buy some time right.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. No, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he goes out right around the 39. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
And here comes Raheem Mostert in the Miami offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's personal or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The New York set to take the field. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's caught.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
They'll run with Robinson.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Hall.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw again on second down.
Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Tua now on first down.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And he moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up in Orchard Park, a couple of blue-collar cities doing battle. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And it's the visiting L.A. Chargers who are out in front. The Chargers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Mac Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. Tua Tagovailoa, the offense heading back out.
Yeah, he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard up to the 38.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we got a lot of turnovers.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Open man is Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Sanders' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Back near his goal line, here's Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And to the left side here, Wilson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A legacy player in the NFL, Cedric Wilson, 602 yards last season. Nearly beat his father's best season when he played in the league. The Miami Dolphins, they're betting that Wilson can surpass not only his dad, but become a big-time player in their revamped passing game. Nice catch there for a 1st down.
Here's Mostert. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Tua going to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. On the move past the 40. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Tua now on 1st down. Oh no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The New York set to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Now Wilson on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On the counter, it's Hall. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On the draw, it's Hall. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down, so you've got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the mark. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will get the lead up to 7. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Tua to throw. And that will be incomplete. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's Tua. Incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion,
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's Wilson and the Jets. Down 23-20. A little over 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Wilson to throw. And that's complete to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Miami, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.